Yes, boys, how we doing? And welcome back to the channel. Today, I bring you more EAFC preparation content. Today, we're talking the best starter cards for you boys to add to your team. Quick disclaimer before the video starts. The players I talk about in this video, boys, are mainly from the top 5 leagues. So Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, and Ligue 1. And without further ado, let's jump in. Dennis Zakaria. Very first card we're going to talk about in today's video. This guy looks an absolute steal. You know, he's expected. I'm using Easy SBC for today's video. They've kind of give, as you can see above Zakaria's card, they kind of give you expectations and price predictions on what the card will be at the start of the game. So Zakaria, as you can see above there, boys, 3,600 coins. If he's around that price, he'd be an absolute steal as a starter player, starter card to add to your team. I mean, look at his card, man. He looks pretty solid. 84 physical, 80 pace as well. And yeah, if you get a shadow on him to boost those stats as well up, he's looking good. He's looking a very, very good starter card. I remember when this guy was Premier League, he had a short stint at Chelsea. I'm sure a lot of you boys watching remember that. And yeah, he was a beast whenever, you know, for Premier League starter squads. Obviously now he's in France playing for Monaco. So, you know, if you're looking at a nice hold midfielder, good bit of energy in the midfield, good bit of pace, and get across the ground for you, Zakaria might be your guy. Downsides to this card, though, obviously he is from Switzerland, so it's not like the most, you know, common nation to link other players to. Obviously, if this player was like French, for example, it would give a lot more like meta links for chemistry to other players. But I wouldn't let that put you off the Zakaria card too much. As I say, the way chemistry is nowadays, you can work around these things. So Zakaria, very, very good shout for a star team. I definitely think so. We got Lois. I'm gonna butcher his name, I know. Comments incoming on that, I already know. Lois Openda. We're gonna go with that, boys. Striker, obviously he's Belgian, plays for Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Looks a very, very nice budget starter striker for a Bundesliga team. Obviously 93 pace, brilliant. You've got a finisher on this particular card. That is the recommendation for this card. If you pick him up, boys, finisher chem style. Good stats across the board, man. As I say, for the striker, pace at the start of the game is, you know, we don't, as I said in the last video, in the squad building video, we don't yet know what's going to be really, really, really impactful and effective on the EAFC. You know, none of us have played the full version of the game yet, so we don't know. You know, pace is usually an attribute that a lot of people want to have, right? And Openda certainly has that. Obviously, being a 3-star skill moves player is a little bit of a letdown. He's coming in at 13,500 coins prediction here, and obviously he's recommended to have a finisher on him. That is the chem style that Easy SBC are recommending. So, yeah, if you can get that on him, boost the stats up. As I say, for a striker, star striker, if you're rocking a Bundesliga team, this guy is certainly one of the options I would consider. Now, we're bumping up the price a little bit, alright? Now, there's been loads and loads and loads of starter squad videos and best starter players on the EAFC videos uploaded onto YouTube, right? And this is one of the cards that I've seen a lot of people recommend. Joe Linton, he looks, you know, look at his stats. He's all 70, gang, man. All 70. 88 physical as well. Having that, like, physical presence. Obviously, he's coming in at 1.86 meters as well. So he's quite a tall player. He's going to have that frame in game. And that could be quite effective in the new game as well. Obviously, here, it is showing that he's about 30,000 coins on predictions. So let's see how much he is when the game releases. But, you know, 30,000 coins is still, I would still class, you know, I wouldn't go too much more than 30k. But in terms of, like, starter cards, 30k, in my opinion, isn't too bad. You know, you think of when the game drops, boys, we're going to be grinding squad battles and stuff, and build up a little bit of coins to start off with, so it's not too much. Yeah, for me, boys, I mean, he's a 3-star, so not ideal in that front, but everything else about this card, I think he's very, very good. He's got a high work rate, defense and attack there, and I mean, across the board, you've got brilliant stats. I think for starter card, very, very good option. Sticking with the Brazilian vibe, we're going to go with Ibanez. I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I know. Now, this guy is in the Saudi league now, but obviously, as I say, you're thinking of these hybrid teams. We just mentioned Joe Linton there, for example. So maybe if you're looking to build a little bit of a hybrid starter team, maybe a few Brazilian players in there, you know, Ibanez would give you that link. He's Brazilian, centre-back, 85 pace as well, and we're going to talk about another 85 pace centre-back in a different league in a second, but Ibanez, solid. You know, if you've got 85 pace as a centre-back at the start of FIFA, it's pretty good. And being Saudi League, as I say, boys, it'll take the attention away from him a little bit. And as I say, he'd be brilliant for those hybrid teams, man. Now, I said we're going to talk about another 85 pace defender from another league. And this is going to be Mickey van de Ven, the new signing at Tottenham. This guy's rapid. Like Ibanez, another 85 pace centre-back. Not a lot wrong with this card. Really isn't, boys. As I say, you've got the He's got the pace, there's no doubts about that one, especially while Shadow, it'll boost his acceleration up to 93 there as well, and he's already perfect on the sprint speed. Defending and physicality, looking really good. You get 88 jumping, 84 strength, and of course, let's not forget, boys, this guy is obviously Dutch, he's from the Netherlands, so, you know, that's another nice hybrid league. Like, I always said to myself, like, Brazil, you've got France, the Netherlands. These are some of the nations in FIFA that, you know, are quite popular, you know, amongst teams. Like this, as I mentioned previously with Brazilian or with the French nation players, it gives you options to build your hybrid teams the way you want to and bring in those meta players from those nations. There's a lot of very, very good cheap and budget players and also meta players that are Dutch in FIFA. So I think Van de Ven, let alone being a great looking card, also gives you that option if you want to delve into different leagues. You've got a load of great options there that are of Dutch nationality. Now here's a card that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, and I don't really know why. Boys. We've got Sergey Nazarov. I wanted to throw this guy in there because he's nothing like crazy, but he's just a steady Eddie. And we all need some of those in our team from time to time. This guy, as you can see across the board, every stat, there's nothing that he's like perfect in or like really amazing at, but he's just that kind of steady player in your midfield. For an all-around midfielder, for probably a couple of thousand coins at the start of the year, Spanish nationality, Spanish league. I think this is a player that a lot of people might sleep on, but he could be a really, really good starter option, man. As I say, nothing crazy, nothing stands out about the card, but he's just going to be someone in there. But if you partner him in there with maybe a more like energetic and combative midfielder, right? A powerful midfielder, right? That can go forward and have this guy just, you know, cleaning up everything in the midfield, I think he'd be a great option. I really, really do. As I say, stats across the board are really, really good. And yeah, I expect this card to be pretty cheap. So, medium on the work rates as well. Not perfect. You'd love high in a midfielder like that with the stats he's got. But medium he has got. But yeah, overall, I think not a bad starter card. And certainly one that, you know, if you're rocking a Spanish team, could be an option for you boys. Right, boys, so remember earlier when I was mentioning Van de Ven, right? We were talking about the Dutch players and how they're effective in the game and how it's quite a good nation to link hybrid teams together. Well, we've got an Italian league right back, but he is Dutch nationality, Denzel Dumfries. This guy's a bit of a starter squad legend. We did have him in both my FIFA 22 and FIFA 23 starter squad videos. We all know the strengths of this card, you know, 91 pace with a shadow on him, 89 physical there as well. He just gives you, you know, core attributes at the start of the year that are going to be good for fullbacks. He can defend. Got the physicality, he's got that presence to him, and he's obviously got a bit of pace about him as well. So yeah, cheap and cheerful, I think, with Denzel Dumfries. I think it's going to be a solid card. Definitely a very, very good starter option for a lot of people. And yet again, like Van de Ven from the Premier League, this guy's Dutch, so it's a nice nation to link potentially other players from different leagues in and start making your hybrid teams. So Denzel Dumfries, predicted price here, about 3,000 coins. Good value. Final card I'm going to talk about in today's video. We've got Kevin Danso, probably the cheapest card in today's video as well. This guy with high defensive, medium attack and work rates. Now, some of you boys might like that. For me, I prefer whenever a centre back has high defense and low attacking. Because I don't like them going high or going forward too much. But, you know, if you're one of these people that likes pressing really high, I mean, this card might be nice for you, man. You know what I mean? He's got that medium attack and work rate, so he's going to push and try and be aggressive in the tackle and stuff. So, and high press for you. So, yeah, that might be a good option for some people. It's as I say, that's up for debate, I guess. Some people like it, some people don't. But as for the actual core stats on the card, yet again, you'd probably rock a shadow on him to get that pace up, get the defense and physical up as well. Rocking 78 pace, which will be boosted to 86 with a shadow. And then when you look at his physicality stats and his defending stats, boys, they are very high as well, man. So this card for 1,000 coins. I mean, he is Austrian, so yes, the nation's not perfect. It will be hard to link him. But if you're one of these people, boys, where you're looking at your star team and thinking, you know what, I've got, you know, 3 to 4, maybe 5 Ligue 1 players in your star team, why not give Danso a shout, you know, especially if he's going to be as cheap as 1,000 coins or a couple of thousand coins. He looks a bit of a beast to me, so certainly a card that I wouldn't be sleeping on and definitely trying out in the early stages of EAFC. Thank you so much for watching today's video, boys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you hit that like button for us. It does help surface the video around YouTube, get it out to more and more new people. And it shows me that you boys are enjoying this kind of preparation EAFC content, man, which we're going to have loads more coming in the next couple of days. If you're new around the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Join the channel for the year ahead. We've got daily videos starting very, very soon, as well as live streams on the daily as well for the content. Get yourself part of the community. You're all very, very welcome. And until the next one, boys, peace out.